Cornhole fans, ACL Nation, everywhere across the United States and across the world, thank you for tuning in here to more live action for from the American Cornhole League Pro Shootout number 6. We are here in Lakeland, Florida, inside the RP Funding Center for the 6th stop on the $500,000 ACL Pro Shootout Tour. I am Trey Ryder, joined in the booth alongside none other than Mr. Bernie Neighbors. And Bernie, we had some incredible action this morning on the men's and women's singles sides. All we can do is hope and pray that the doubles action can live up to that level of competition.
Can we get another shot as good as that Eric Davis shot earlier?
I don't think we can.
People
to
still
be honest with
talking
you,
about
that was absolutely outrageous. I told Eric Davis as soon as we got done with the game that he needed to apologize to his elder here. So this in Frank Modlin for doing that to him. So
that was that. As far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, that's easily top 5 shot I've seen, maybe top 3 shot that I've called.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to sometimes see shots that happen in different places.
Right.
But that one we saw live in person happen.
Yeah,
And how about that shot given the circumstance?
I mean, had to have it or he
that
loses.
Wasn't a round 2 shot. Like, no,
right.
That was a had to have it to force overtime shot. And Eric Davis hit it. He beats Frank Modlin. He'll be on the CBS Sports Network broadcast tonight. So we did our singles this morning. We have our final 4 of both men's and women's singles set. On the men's side, we will have Eric Davis. He will take on Cameron Presley in one of the semifinals for men's singles. On the other side of the bracket, you will have Berkeley Pear taking on Austin Slowbaum. On the women's side, on one side of the bracket, you will have Sam Finley going head-to-head against Cameron Belvin. And on the other side of the bracket, you have Connie Altice taking on Yeti Irwan. So a great stacked level. And now we're back to this the format in which we can also get the double semifinal. So in this time, for some of the other shootouts, we had to play all the way down to the finals. Not for this one. We will play down to the semifinals of doubles.
Yes, sir.
And hold both semifinal games for that broadcast. Like I said, tonight, CBS Sports Network, 6 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in. And then if you win your game on that one, you advance to the CBS Network broadcast finals, and that will air tomorrow, July 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern time.
So this would be technically a Sweet 16 matchup we have here in Pro Doubles.
All right, Sweet 16.
Yeah. Joe Niestedt, Jordan Power, Devin Harbaugh, Matthew Creekkiller. Jordan Power gets a 5 in the first round and goes nuts.
Yeah.
Told Joe Niestedt he was ready to play.
Yeah, ready to play. Certainly ready to play. Of course, Jordan Power being top. Normally I'd say top 5. Are they top 5? I don't want to screw that up now. Now I need to go look at my rankings. I want to make sure they didn't fall out of the top 5. There you go. Let's see.
It's an interesting matchup on this court either way.
They are 5th.
They are 5th, okay. So they are in the top 5.
Yeah, they are in the top 5. So him and Jay Rubin, top 5 team in the country, now playing alongside Joe Niestedt, who certainly had a really strong season, a little strong run. I'll give you one guess on a Joe Niestedt game who just jumped in the comments that they were watching.
Does his first and last name start with the same letter?
Yes.
Wow, shocking.
Anthony Ione watching
for
a Joe
someone
Niestedt
that loves somebody so much as a top 40 singles player.
Anthony Ione can almost like sense. He's got spidey senses for when Joe Niestedt is playing.
Yeah.
I love it. I got the chance to talk to Joe in the lobby of the hotel this morning. I asked him if he was ready. He said, I'm ready. I just feel like everything's working. Even in doubles, I'm feeling confident on both ends. Just feel like this is maybe an opportunity for me to get over the hump, if you will.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can do just that. Wasn't able to do it in singles, but he got an opportunity to do it in doubles.
Doesn't it speak to the depth of talent in the ACL Pro division that a player who statistically is so dominant, like a Joe Niestad, is simply, ranked 40th, I believe, in singles.
Right.
Which just speaks volumes to the level of talent.
Yeah, he's had tough breaks with how good he has been putting bags in the hole. Just the ranking and the finishes just hasn't aligned as much as you'd think. And Devin Harbaugh getting a little animated.
Yeah.
And I think I'm interested to know if that is because he feels like he knows Power on the other end is going to get motivated. He doesn't want Creek Killer, who is a little bit more of a reserved player, to feel like he's being, swallowed on that end by the noise. Kind of wants to make it seem like that you have your own support system that can get, just as loud and rowdy. So this will be see how this progresses in the rest of the game. If Power, if he makes this bag, if he gets animated back.
Oh, caught a break. Last 2 rounds, Niestad and Power basically. So from the last 2 rounds, that's 4 points in essence they've given up.
Yep. What I found interesting there was Harbaugh started clapping when that bag was halfway down the lane.
Yes.
So again, little gamesmanship.
Absolutely.
Going on
He's
here.
not, to your point, he's not going to let his partner get swallowed up by the noise. And that's a very good point.
He's not. I mean, he's creating the noise.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be an interesting development now.
One thing I've noticed in the first few rounds here from Matthew Creek Killer is he's trying to go hole for hole with Jordan Power, which is interesting to me. I don't think he wants to play that game with Jordan.
You think you'd expect more of a block?
I mean, I would expect a dirtier game coming from Matthew with his roll shot.
Let's see if Harbaugh can get around this again. I think he can stay skinny enough to go through it.
And he did. Staring at 2.
In just to give up 2. It does go in, but 5-4.
5-4. It's nice, actually. We've had some amazing matches, obviously, so far today, but not a lot of animation on the court.
Right, and these two are getting they'll get animated on opposite ends. Big Ass saying legit 4 to 5 teams you could pick to win one of these already. This doubles bracket's loaded.
Absolutely, yeah. Lit up with talent.
Oh, let's just look through the bracket really quick of who's still in it. And again, Harbaugh animated, now Creek Killer, he's telling him to roll it. This is what he was so good at the Cornhole Mania. This is what won him a national.
That looked deep out of his hand, actually. To backload the bag like that, it was going way up the board.
Wow, and that bag comes up short.
Wow.
Power is in disbelief.
So already you can think of 3 bags from Power and Niestad that have given up 7 points. 7 points. That's a lot to have left on the board at this point in a 5-4 game. But I guess you can look at that 2 different ways, right? You've left 7 points essentially on the board, and you're still up 5-4.
Yeah, I'm looking through this bracket. This bracket is just brutal. Brutal.
But that's what you would expect, right?
Yep. Getting down. Baldwin and Renner, Zockline and Halbert, Humans and Smith, Birchfield and Rawls, Almanza and Beamer got the number 1 seed. Rule and McClem, Power, Niestad, Harbaugh, Creek Killer. Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
It's a pretty good amount of talent.
Just aight.
It's aight.
It's aight. I mean, 5-4 still. Round number 9.
Wow. We got to 9 in a hurry, it feels like.
Hurry. In a hurry. Now that bag come back. Yes, it's coming.
Hey, Joe, what round is it?
9.
9.
9. It falls.
So the players that make the broadcast, Trey, have you heard from any of them when they make the broadcast that they, when it goes down to 10 round limits, has that affected any of the play from the players?
I really don't think that they even notice it. I mean, they're really just, to them, it's a round limited game.
So either way, right? Whether it's 12, 14, 8, doesn't matter.
And you saw it right there. Power has taken out the headphones.
Yep. Needs to refocus. Now 8-5, Harbaugh and Creek Killer.
8-5.
So do you think Devin would be as loud right now if it wasn't for Power's initial outburst?
I don't even know if it was.
Wow.
I don't know. That's a great question. Because, look, Harbaugh can get fiery, but I don't think I've ever seen him get this fiery. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys at home can hear it off the mic, but, man, he is just.
Into every round.
Yeah, people are saying the same thing.
Oh, what a good bag.
People saying Devin really animated in this game. I mean, yeah, people are getting the same vibe that we are, Bernie. Big airmail by Joe Niestedt. And it looks like Harbaugh's going to try to split these bags.
Like he did on the last shot. See if he can get the same thing. That was deep. This is a moment here to get a point.
This is a big opportunity.
In for one.
My bad, bro.
And that one, again, I'm kind of almost watching the game within the game, right?
Right.
I found myself that time as soon as that bag went in, looking at Jordan and saying, okay, is he going to?
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Didn't. Because quite frankly, he's given up points his last 3 rounds.
Right.
Or no, 2 rounds, and one was a wash that he gave away.
There's round 11. These are the last 4 bags, barring overtime, that this side will throw.
Oh, such a good bag.
Beautiful roll there by Creek Killer. And it's kind of bunched up. It's tough to roll over. You almost feel like you got to go through this. Oh, but
that's what Jordan wanted.
Side. Yep. Door is open for 2 points if he can clean this up for Jordan Power. And he sits in front. There's an opportunity, though. Creek Killer can roll pretty well. Not pretty well, really well. I just don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be
You need you almost need a rut.
Like,
oh my goodness gracious.
That is a ridiculous shot.
Ridiculous is the word for it. Watch this one again by Matthew Creek Killer. A little right to left cut action paired with the roll, and he sneaks in that slot. What a shot to maintain a 2-point lead in the last round of the game.
Wow.
And Niestedt is in Harbaugh's lane. I think Harbaugh may be able to stay skinny here, though. And he can't. There's a little bit of obstruction now on Harbaugh's side, and because his bag is sitting on front, it's gonna make any type of roll shot much more difficult for Harbaugh. There's an inherent advantage right now for Joe Niestedt in this round. I don't hate that bag, but it may force Harbaugh just to lay up.
And he is. Oh, and he left the door open. Wow.
This is Joe Niestedt's game now to tie up. He's got to hit a tough shot. I'm not saying it's easy, but if you want to beat a huge team like this, he got to hit a shot like this.
And he does.
Gets them both.
Massive. Now for Devin, you have to be smart here. You can't give up 4.
No, you can. Yeah, you got to just worry about staying in the game. Never mind going to overtime.
Oh, it's such a big shot.
He does hit it, and pretty straightforward here. You feel like if you go in, you at least force overtime, and you put a ton of pressure on Harbaugh to follow up. And he's in front, and now the question is in for the win. If you're on the board, you go to overtime. If you go off the board, you lose.
Wow. Going up. And it's off.
Wow.
Man.
What a game.
Wow. Coming down to the very last bag.
Jordan Power is fired up. An airmail, he chooses to go with the win, and instead of maybe rolling it or boarding it for a conservative play, goes for the airmail for the win and does not hit it. Let's take a look at this shot. This was the game winner, essentially, by Joe Niestedt.
Yep.
He hits this big push to slide them both in, and man, are they fired up, Bernie?
Wow. Devin Harbaugh almost destroyed his phone as he was walking away. He's probably 200 degrees right now. He's so angry.
He is fired up. All right, if you like that action, we got plenty more where that came from, Bernie. We'll be back here live inside RP Funding Center right after this. All right, Cornhole fans, welcome back here inside RP Funding Center. Shout out to the Green Lounge there, Mountain Dew Green Lounge.
Yes, the Green Lounge.
They did not pay for this mention. We're here inside beautiful facility here in Lakeland, Florida for the 6th ACL Pro Shootout of the season. Man, what a game.
Man.
What a game that first game brought us.
Coming down to the very last bag. Unbelievable. And I mean, and after hitting the previous airmail, once again, I kind of felt like, all right, he's going to hit this. We're going to go to overtime. Actually, if it had hit it, they would have won, right?
No, if he hits that, they
win. That's right,
and,
yeah.
And the comments section is giving me the same exact, like, the same exact vibe, right? All right, think about it. Your partner has been beating up on Jordan Power the whole game.
Right.
Except for the first round, which is
right.
when Jordan Power got a little bit animated.
Right.
All right, I get you want to be aggressive. I get you want to maybe go for the hole, but you have a roll bag. Why don't you go for the roll bag for the possible win? If you hit the roll, yes, it's a little bit, lower percentage that it falls in, but you're not going to lose on that shot.
Right.
And then you're sending it back down to your partner who has been successful. You're sending it down to a national winner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't agree with the shot selection there at the end. I think it almost felt like the head games almost got backfire because it was almost as Devin Harbaugh wanted to, I'm going to hit this airmail in your face and win this right now, and he didn't hit it.
Yeah, unbelievable. As we get into this match that we have in front of us, I just want to mention life is always better when the Cobb family is here, and they are now all here.
Yeah, they're all sitting in front. All 27 Cobb members are all sitting in the front row here watching this action here as we get into this game in 3-2.
Wow.
Baldwin and Renner here in starting round 3 will take a one-point lead. Yeah, what's her name?
Yeah.
For those that forgot, Bernie's favorite player ever is Cheyenne Renner, and he completely had a brain fart. And it was like, Renner?
The Renner girl.
Yeah.
That's when
earlier today.
That's when you know you're in your 50s.
Yeah, and Cheyenne Renner let him have it.
Yeah. I've been demoted.
I've been demoted from the fan club.
I'm off the squad. Oh, that was a big miss. Give her two. You know what? I've noticed that Tanner has been having some issues with a little left to right sometimes with his bags. Still hits some of the craziest shots that you'll see to collect, but sometimes with an open hole, he gets a little loose every now and then.
Yeah, but normally when I see it, it's on like an early bag because we
Right.
talk about this all the time.
Right.
Tanner Halbert works harder on his third and fourth bags
Yeah.
than he really ever should in compared to
Right.
anything. He has some great third and fourth bag shots. It's usually like the MO for Tanner is usually he puts one off to the side early, and then he has to grind the rest of the round to bring
Right.
it back. It's
True.
That, honestly, on that last bag kind of surprised me a little bit. I didn't expect it on that one. Now, will James block behind? I actually like a block sitting in between these right here. He decides to
Yeah.
go with it, which is fine.
2's not going to kill you.
No.
And you got to force easy to make it, and it comes up short. I wonder sometimes with this partnership, because let's face it, being honest, I love Eric Zockline as a human being, but he's had some issues this season. And I
Yes.
wonder if that just puts so much pressure on Tanner to be perfect.
Well, and we thought we were out of it. Remember how good he played
Yeah.
to win that bracket final? EZ did
Yes.
in the final chase.
Yes.
In doubles. I mean, he played his butt off, Bernie. He
Yeah.
won that game for them.
I was
he didn't
next
just
to
not.
you.
He didn't just
Yeah.
not lose it. He won it.
Right.
But then we just didn't see the same EZ on the broadcast court, right? I mean, it was he just was shaky. So I'm just hoping we see more of the EZ that we saw getting to that point than we saw at that point.
Here's a big moment for Tanner.
I like that idea of blocking behind because now you take away Renner's last bag of trying to be aggressive.
Does she have to do the same thing and force Tanner to hit a big shot? Because Tanner's got 2 in, she's got 1 in. She's going to have to go. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah. James telling her to put it on and hope he misses this big shot.
I don't hate the strategy. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either, right? You got to be. I think you have to go a little bit backside here. I don't think you want to miss short because you'll trampoline. I
Yep.
think if you miss short, if you go a little bit more backside, you may be able to drag them all.
Going up, and there's kind of what you're telling. You still get 2 points out of it.
And you know what? Honestly, I think Renner's going to view that as a win.
Yes, because
Right?
she was in big trouble from
Right.
the first bag.
Exactly. I mean, if he takes all those, he's going to get 2 more. He's going to get the lead.
Right.
This side of the thing so I can see it.
A little movement of the scoreboard there.
Yep. So just want to make sure. James, I just can't see it. I need to be able to see it. We're into round number 6, 5-4. First bag to Eric Zockline here on the right. Let's see where we are in this bracket. Winner of this will advance to a play-in game
Okay.
to play Chelsea Hubbard and Berkeley Pair.
Wow, Berkeley have a weekend.
Have a weekend, Berkeley Pair. And that was dominating 20-8 over Cameron Presley and Tom Gustafson.
So basically, Chelsea's holding her end, and actually we'd have to see how the scores went. But Chelsea can play.
Yeah. No, she was. She was stroking earlier.
Big chance here to get 4 possibly. These big collect opportunity for James. Just to see if he can minimize the damage. Oh, and it's a 6.
That's a huge round for Eric Zockline.
Yeah. If you're Tanner Halbert and Easy gives you a 6, you got to feel super good about your chances.
Tanner thought he missed that one. Thought he possibly missed it
Yeah.
short. This is where it's hard if you're someone like a Cheyenne Renner because you're not a manufacturer
Right.
of points.
And
Just
I've been saying that for a while with this partnership. When you get deeper into brackets, like right now, Tanner can go hold a hole with anybody, right? So it's going to be hard for her to manufacture points. James has to be perfect on his end. I just think it puts a lot of pressure on James Baldwin.
Well, you got to see if you can start getting some of those points back. It's in round number 8. You still got time.
Yeah.
And that was a weird bag. That didn't have any rotation on it. That was almost like a knuckleball that came out of his hand. That was weird. It still ended up straight.
Yeah.
It definitely was not a normal bag by EZ. That one looks more okay. Well, that one looked better, but it went right. Maybe we need the uglier bag. That's not bad. We got to watch it. So if you're watching at home, you just got to pay attention to that blue bag right now.
That's a good bag.
That's so good by EZ because he didn't even give Baldwin the opportunity to see if it would fall any.
Yeah.
How much did that move? I don't think it moved
Not
much.
much. Oh. Oh, it looked like it moved a little bit more on that bag.
I think I like an airmail, Bernie.
Going after it.
And he gets it. Jinx. Jinx on that one, Bernie. Let's watch. Let's watch that one again. Airmail by James Baldwin. Going up, going down. Gets them all.
Look at you with the call.
So it is 10-7.
These two are making it look very simple from this side, aren't they?
You read my mind. This one looked, I mean, it almost looked like they were bored these past two rounds over here. All right, let's just.
Boring.
Yeah, let's just throw them all in, you know? Oh, man, 10-7. I think that round lasted 6 seconds.
At max.
10-7, round number 10.
I was going to say, I mean, obviously, Easy's been known to get a little loose from time to time. If you're James, do you just try to make him follow you?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you try to disrupt his game a little bit?
I don't think you're. I mean, he does it a little bit right there, but I don't think you need to do anything special. You got 3 rounds left.
Yep.
That's pretty good, though.
Yep.
Oh, an easy like that.
He liked it the moment it left his hand.
Four-bagger, can it be answered by EZ? It can. Yep. Double four-bagger again. Stu going back and forth, and now it is 11. Round 11, 10-7. Only 3 points separate these teams. Cheyenne Renner will have first bag here. And I don't know if she knows it. And now she does.
Seemed like she was trying to find the right grip because she's not used to throwing blocks. It's probably my guess.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting. She flips it over and goes through it on the slick side. That was a beautiful.
If anyone's used to collecting a bag like that, it's Tanner, but that might be too far up around the hole. We'll see.
Yes, this is a very crafty round here by Cheyenne Renner. And now can she get around it, or does she want to sit in front? She gets around it. And now if they want to maintain the lead, this bag's got to be in going into the last round.
Ooh,
it is. Used the bumper to go in, but it's a one-point game.
And here we go again, Trey. Last round.
You heard it.
Yep.
Tanner said it out loud to EZ. A four-bagger wins. Doesn't matter what James Baldwin does. If Eric Zockline puts all 4 bags in, the game is over.
I love when the game's simple. Huh. Let's see. Does he get what he wants out of this?
Oh, easy. So good. Right down the center. Goes through it.
Well,
he does it again.
Yep.
He's going to make Easy do it again.
I don't hate that bag.
I know. Well.
Yeah, he can still. Yeah, I don't know.
I would love to have been through it. Right. I want as clean of a. If I'm Zockline, I want as clean of a board. Now, I'm not saying there's an advantage, but that is such a good bag by James Baldwin.
I heard you like James Baldwin as a player.
Eric Zockline trying to collect. He goes off to the left, and now
in
this
for the win.
Is essentially in for the win for James Baldwin. And it is. And a let's go from Cheyenne Renner. You don't hear those very often. He's going up for a sky-high airmail.
Wow.
He gets it to move, but that will not do it. Cheyenne Renner and James Baldwin in a battle against Eric Zockline and Tanner Halbert. Squeak it out 11-10, and they stay alive here in this pro shootout in doubles here in Lakeland. Wow.
Man, how good was that? That was literally finding a way and betting. It's bad to say, but betting you were going to get a miss at some point from Eric.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's how many good games are we going to get on this court, Bernie?
Hopefully it continues like this because this is awesome.
This is unbelievable. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back. More action here inside RP Funding Center right after this. All right, Cornhole fans, we're here. Lakeland, Florida, the 6th ACL Pro Shootout of the season. There's the Cobb family.
Yep.
All 800 of them. Tice waving to the camera. They're having some fun here in Lakeland, Florida. And next matchup is going to be Brandon Davis and Blaine Rozier.
There you go.
Going to be taking on Noah Almanza and Jacob Beamer. Certainly, this is an interesting. This is a weird pairing on both teams.
Yeah.
You know, I'd certainly say this is. Someone commented, "Is this a blind draw?" Yeah, it might be with these teams. Yeah, it might be with these teams.
You know
Very
what?
interesting.
You know
pairing.
what that one gets?
This is going to be an interesting one here. As we make our way through the bracket, as we're early here, let's go ahead and take a look at that same bracket I was just talking about.
Bag off the back, in for three, and he nails it.
Big shot there by Brandon Davis early in this game. All right, so we are in. Oh, this is a play-in game.
This is a play-in game. Okay,
Oh.
I like it.
I didn't even realize that. So this is a play-in game to the broadcast. The winner of this will make it on the CBS Sports Network broadcast this evening. Also on the same side of this bracket, I'm assuming the next game that we will show will be Connie Altice and Clayton Robertson taking on Jordan Power and Joe Niestead.
Who did Connie and Clayton beat?
They just beat Justin Rule and Dalton McClem. Before that, they beat Frank Maudlin and Austin Slowbaum.
Wow.
So, nice little run here for Robertson and Altice.
Absolutely.
So then if we jump over to the other side of the bracket, our play-in game, we will have Trey Birchfield and Alex Rawls against Tubby and Tice Cobb. So
Nice. That's why. Now it makes sense.
That's why they're all
They're
over
here. Yeah.
right? Birchfield and Rawls just take down Humans and Smith 22-3.
Wow. That's impressive.
Then the last play-in game that we'll have will be James Baldwin and Cheyenne Renner against Chelsea Hubbard and Berkeley Hare.
Wow.
Ooh, how about that shot there by Brandon Davis?
Goodness.
A little crafty right there. Noah Almanza going to see if he can take both these bags, and one just hangs up. Let's take a look at this shot again by Brandon Davis. Gonna split these and only take his bag. Look at that.
Wow, that's so
beautiful.
good. By the way, Trey, Blaine Rozier, another one of the players that's come up through the college ranks, playing for Auburn. Jacob Beamer looks just like someone that used to be in the college division. Literally looks almost exactly like him. Out of Maryland. Out of the state of Maryland. Didn't play for played for Towson.
Oh, do you think he looks like Zach Owings?
Yes.
Doesn't he look? I can see that a little bit. Especially far away. If you don't look, if you're not getting the camera too zoomed into his face, they kind of have a similar look. I can see that. I can see Zach Owings.
All right, so I'm not crazy. I was like, at first I was like, is Zach Owings playing?
He goes hard at him, and they all fall there. So.
We might be having a guest find his way in here.
Is that Yimmy Jumans?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Jimmy Humans has found a microphone. Yep, there it is.
Audience went crazy over that.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Humans in the booth. All right, Jimmy, first question then. What happened? Were they just really good?
They threw good. I'm not going to take that away from them, but we threw like we didn't know how to play.
Yeah.
It happens.
So a fairly honest assessment.
Actually, what bags did you end up throwing?
Yeah. We threw Gladiators, Mark Richards' own personal set.
Yeah. All right, so let me get this straight. Jimmy Humans, the guy that first half of the season was throwing Neptunes, and then he switched, and then one of his favorite bags of all time has been a Pro Advantage with Tony Smith throwing the stickiest bags in the building in combats.
Yep.
They team up and they throw Gladiator King Cheetahs.
That makes perfect sense. So normally the boards will play really slow. The boards are actually playing pretty quick here today.
Which is we
strange.
cannot figure out.
Because
we
of the
have
humidity.
no idea because we're in Florida. This should be tacky central in here. But
so that we came in the game plan of throwing those, like because we expected the boards to be slow, and some of them are slow, and then we got on a fast set. Like going downward it was fast for me, and going upward it was slow for him, and I just blew him off the back, and he left him short.
Well, there you go. Honest assessment.
Meanwhile, here we got a 7-1 game here. Davis and Rozier certainly making a little run here.
Oh, it's such a good bag from Noah. We haven't even mentioned the best slippers in the game from Noah Almanza.
Yeah,
his feet are probably hot.
That is true.
Wow,
that is true. Feet are hot. Let's watch this bag again. Here's the roll by Almanza, and then now let's see this push here by Davis. Beautiful.
Look at the timing on the replay, man. Way to go.
I wish I could say I did that on purpose, but let me see if I can swing this. I don't think I can swing.
All right, Jimmy, since you're sitting here, how would you assess your own game this season? Because you've played really, really well, I think, this season.
That's fair.
And really kind of established your name in the business. You know what I mean?
Okay. Definitely improved. So my goal when I first started was to always improve. And every year I've done that, like, statistically and physically.
Right.
Like, and I've done it with a not popular game, a block airmail push game.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And then a not popular game?
Yeah.
You think the rolls and the ruts and everything else has kind of become the more popular style? What about just the hole for hole style?
No, that's the most popular style.
Still?
Hole
You think
for hole
so?
By a mile.
Yeah.
So there's probably 20% of the pro division that throws carpet and will throw a block roll game.
Right.
And I think like 5 of them are in the top 10.
Right.
So there's a better percentage if you're throwing that at a high level.
Right.
But it's harder to perfect.
I would agree with that 100%.
100%.
100%. And I think you also get more swings. I mean, there's going to be.
Yeah.
If you're a bag for bag type player, you're almost never going to go 0-2 if you're a top player. Like, there are times where if you're the roll style and that thing is catching, or it's
or not,
catching, you end up left or right. I mean, I think there's a lot more of an up and down that you can have from that. I don't know.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Because you have to be on. Where, like, if you're running bags, you don't really have to be on to win.
That's a good point. I mean, yeah. I mean,
like every part of your game for like the block and that type of game, you need 3 things to be on. You need a block, you need a push, and you need a slide.
Right.
Where if you're just running bags, you only really need a slide and an ammo.
Right.
Someone says, part of the thing that gives Jimmy an advantage is his physical ability, especially physical. Jimmy, I mean, look at those arms.
Yeah.
That's the comment.
So there's nothing I can't push through. I can throw a 0 back off the board through a hole into the wall.
I mean, how long have you been lifting weights? Like, do you get in the room, like in the weight room with Ryan Smith, and just start pushing him around?
No, I didn't want to embarrass him, so he actually hit me up for personal training classes. But no, I stopped lifting weights because I couldn't scratch my own back.
Well played.
It makes it harder to throw slinkies when you lift weights.
So now that you're sitting here, isn't it pretty difficult to stay on task and call the game bag for bag?
Yeah, pretty much. It depends. You want to commentate or you want to
That's what I'm saying.
Bag for bag narrate. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
And looks like we're having a score issue on my. 12.
12-7?
12-7.
Yeah, it's
Last
not.
round.
Having trouble updating it. I don't know if that. It's 12-7 right now, guys, so we'll get that figured out.
Okay,
But,
yeah. You're seeing 12-3 at home.
yeah. Terry Blanton, no, I said somebody in the comments said it. Terry Brannon, I did not take that joke. He said, Trey taking my joke. I said somebody in the comments said it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, don't get Trey all fired up. Trey's got a new headset microphone today. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, all right. Well, that is going to do it. I think we talked to Jimmy too much that game. Jimmy, we got to get some analysis next game, all right? We got to stick to the game plan.
Full Anthony Ayon.
Yeah, there we go.
And that books the ticket. Brandon Davis and Blaine Rozier going on to the broadcast, make it into that semifinal. Impressive win.
It's a very impressive win. Nice run on this Friday.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we get our next play-in game to our broadcast. CBS Sports Network tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Back right after this. All right, cornhole fans everywhere. We're back. RP Funding Center. We got our next play-in game to the broadcast. Jumping in a little bit late here to round 1, but we have our next matchup. Connie Altice and Clayton Robertson going to be taking on Jordan Power and Joe Niestedt. Power and Niestedt were the first game we called this afternoon, Bernie, and it was a little fiery matchup against them in Matthew Creekiller and Devin Harbaugh. We couldn't get Matthew Creekiller to stop yelling. I mean, it was just in all fairness, in all seriousness, it was Devin Harbaugh and Jordan Power kind of, I wouldn't say talking to each other. It was like
just talking, but they were making sure each other heard it.
Right. It was loud enough. So this is going to be an interesting one. We got Connie Altice got an opportunity to go with a double dip this evening.
To the broadcast.
Seeing if she can make it on the broadcast for both singles and doubles. I'd have to think about this, but it may be the first time ever that we have a female going for a double dip on the same event.
I believe it is, actually.
So we'll be interested to see if that happens here.
Oh, by the way, Jimmy Human's saying he's got some info on Connie and Clayton.
Oh, we're going to go down to the third member of our team, Jimmy Humans, with more on Connie Altice.
Yeah, so they actually played local to me. They're only about 2 hours away, so we see them on a lot of regionals and everything. Fast bag throwers. Usually we play on fast boards, so
yeah.
These boards are more adjusted to their speed. They are playing faster, so they should do well.
Still can't get over the fact that playing as humid as it is in this area of the country, and it's having zero effect on the boards.
It's just
wild,
blowing my mind.
Because you remember how fast everything was out in the desert because it was so dry.
Right. And even Washington was one of the slowest opens, and you would think it wouldn't be as humid.
Yeah. Big bag.
Robertson goes up and hits it.
But a nice run for Clayton Robertson and Connie Altice in the pro doubles.
This is a big run. Now, I think Clayton Robertson kind of loves the kind of role that he plays because, ooh, and as I say that, knocks one in. Yeah, I was just going to say Clayton Robertson, the worst player in the history of the world. See if I can get
a reverse jinx.
Reverse jinx, trying to help you out here, Clayton. I don't know what you want me to do.
So I'm guessing Anthony Ione is back watching this again since Joe Niestedt is playing?
Yep. He's literally commented 27 times. I love Joe Niestedt.
I heart Joe Niestedt from Anthony Ione.
He actually has a poster of Joe on a wall in his bedroom.
AA loves JK.
It's one of the fat heads. He's actually got up on the wall.
Oh, man. There should be a Joe Niestedt bobblehead. I think Anthony would buy all of them.
The professor has to give us a shout on this.
Yes. Oh, man.
A taunting from Lakeland.
Yes, a taunting. Okay, here we go. Man, why is this school? I don't know if it's I don't know if it's our
just
end.
Running late.
Not coming through. We'll keep messing with it, guys.
Came up.
It's just
not resetting.
I think it's my computer. Something with my computer.
I don't know if the camera picked that up, but Jordan Power is yelling without saying a word. That's a new one for me.
That is new.
All right.
So where are we? Is it still 4-3?
4-3. I believe it's round number 4. Might be round number 4. Well, let me.
Yeah, it looks like 4.
Round number 5. 6-3.
Round 5.
Yeah, 6-3. I'll try and I guess I gotta.
Yep, there we go. 6-3, round 5.
My laptop's being a.
Oh, Joe didn't like that at all.
I'd like a big push here, personally.
Wow, that is not. Yeah, I like actually what Jordan's telling. Just slow down, take a breath, compose yourself. Jimmy, how long had you been playing before you knew? All right, I can be one of the best in the world at this game.
So, funny story. I was actually a pro, and I still thought I was terrible, and didn't think I could be one of the best.
Right.
My first year pro, and then playing with Andy Noyes on ESPN was like the first time we beat.
Oh, that's right.
Teams, and it was the first time I realized I was like, wow, I could actually do this.
That's got to be a pretty cool feeling when you realize, like, you know what, I belong here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely something else. Like, nothing describes it.
Would you like? Are you practicing more? Are you like Did you change anything, or is it just knowing that you were good enough allowed you to kind of get in that right headspace to where your game just got better and better?
So confidence will always outweigh the nerves, right? So
Right.
it built my confidence. So I got less nervous, and then playing better people all the time. So like traveling more,
Right.
to play the best people I can, because my area is not very strong as far as
He said it, folks, not us.
within an hour to 2 hours.
Right.
It's just not. So I travel as much as I can to play the best people in the world, and that's the only way you're going to get better is play against the greatest.
It's true. And to that point, we had this conversation talking about some of the female players, whereas Kaylee Hunter has a distinct advantage because her partner, or the person she's going to play with most of the time and practice with, is one of the best players on the planet.
Jamie Graham.
And so that's going to make her in turn better,
Yep.
where I don't think some other players in that division have that opportunity.
That is true. But that's why, for a while now, you've seen the same conferences dominate.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Because, like, I think it's Southeast has like 30 pros.
Yeah.
Because they're playing against each other all the time.
All the time.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron. I like it.
Someone named Lucky Jet says, thanks, Jimmy. Wow.
Yep, Jets from Jersey. Oh, man.
What will it take to get it bigger in Jersey, you think?
So we have a very high level of competitive players,
Right.
and we have very low level advanced. So we need more players to be playing against each other. Like our advanced players need to play more against their advanced players.
Right.
I wouldn't say issue, but like the thing that we have in Jersey is there's a lot of leagues where an advanced player will play with a low level player in a bring your own partner league.
Huh.
And
That's just not going to make you any better.
it will, but not as fast.
As fast, yeah.
Big push there by Jordan Power. He's setting up pretty well on this round.
See, this is the problem when you do games with me, Jimmy. I will have you all over the place except for what's taking place right in front of you.
That's fine.
Big round.
That is a 7 spot.
Yep. Here's
Wow.
7 spot on the back of this shot right here
Here's the
by
replay.
Jordan Power. He pushes them all in and gets them both with a stare down to go along with it.
Ooh, see, somebody's agreeing with me in the comments, and he's
There,
from Jersey.
yes.
there it is. I really think Jordan Power should shave the mustache, keep the beard, and just go full-on Amish look.
Like a James Harden type.
Oh, my goodness. That is a fierce beard. No other way to put it.
It's a good bag. Uh-oh.
Hey,
Can't.
step out, take your time, breathe. Come on, boy.
I do have to say, Coach Jordan is one of my favorite versions of him.
Coach. Do you like Coach better than player?
Depends on if I'm playing against him. Whether it's intentional, but that yelling or that trash talk that he does indirectly,
Right.
that fires me up. That gets people.
I was going to
that
say,
gets
I mean,
people's
does that really bother anybody other than just
Yes.
make them more excited to play harder?
Yes, it does. It bothers more than half, easily.
Hey, what round?
Because playing any other sport growing up, I mean, trash talk is an inherent part of essentially any sport you play.
Yeah.
But cornhole, it seems to be a newer thing to cornhole.
Well, look at Cody and Adam.
Right.
They had so much success by getting in people's heads.
I agree 100%
Whether or
with
not
that.
they were the best team on the court at every time, they would still win.
I would say they probably won 50% of their games at one point because they just got in the other team's head, a
Easily.
couple of rounds in.
Easily. I'm surprised to not see it more, to be honest. Especially with
I am too.
people's personalities in cornhole.
Yeah.
There are some that would trash talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm wondering, as the monetary values continue to increase over the next few seasons, if we'll see more of it, and if the quote-unquote family atmosphere starts to kind of devolve into a much more competitive trash-talking atmosphere. It'll get much more intense in these buildings, that's for sure.
That is true.
For those at home that don't really know what's going on, Trey is working hard in the truck right now to get everything synced back up.
No, well, it'll be done on the commercial break. Right now we're doing manual until I can get there. But this one, this one's
Pretty much all over but the crying.
I was just going to say that. That's
Gotcha
the Bernie
again.
phrase.
Jinx.
That's the Bernie phrase. It's all over but the crying.
And that will do it. Wow.
I think this is the most quiet Jordan has been all day.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
He
he
just
won.
broke Joe Neistedt's hand on that high five. Joe Neisted is going to the hospital after that high five right
I think
now.
he's a lefty.
Oh, okay. That maybe he's. Are you lefty? Yeah, you're lefty, right?
No, he's
No, he's a righty.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to
It's a
say,
joke.
you just broken
It's a joke.
hand. Jordan Power gives him a broken hand and goes to the.
Jordan Power comes over and gives us the showtime tonight on the court.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be right back. We got more action. We got 2 of the 27 Cobb family members on the court next. We'll be back right after this. All right, ACL Nation, we are back here inside the RP Funding Center, Lakeland, Florida. ACL Pro Shootout number 6. Got more action to bring you here in doubles. We have 2 of our 4 teams with tickets punched to the broadcast tonight at 6 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. And now we're looking for 2 more teams to join them. Trey Ryder, Bernie Neighbors, and Jimmy Humans on the mic,
Yes.
talking about all these teams left in here. And we got another matchup here. We'll have Tubby and Tice Cobb going up against Trey Birchfield and Alex Rawls. This will be an interesting one. Certainly Trey Birchfield and Alex Rawls, a top 5 team in the country. Alex Rawls looking to qualify for the Pro Shootout Championship in both singles and in doubles. But the Cobb brothers looking to make their first broadcast as a duo this year.
Let me ask both of you guys this. If you're Tyson Tubby, there's 2 ways to go about this, right? One, you could maybe be intimidated by the talent that you're playing, or feel like you're playing with house money. Like, you've made a good run here. No reason to get nervous. You're the underdog. Everyone knows it, so there's no pressure on you. I mean, you would hope to take it that way, I guess.
I mean, I'm not going to speak for them, but like knowing Tyson Tubby, they're not satisfied with this run.
Right. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, absolutely.
For a shootout, winning is the only thing that matters.
So 100%.
I would go with, they are probably a little nervous, but they have been here before, so there's no reason to be.
Yeah, but staring at a 6 right out of the gate's never fun.
Yeah, on the back of this shot right here by Alex Rawls. Big push, straight up the center, and gets them all. So I got to ask you, Jimmy. I mean, you saw Tice last year, and
Yep.
to say he's a different Tice this year, I think is a fair statement. I mean,
100%.
Is there anything that you know the Cobb family really, really well? I mean, you're obviously partners with Tyler. I mean, is there anything that stood out to you as the difference between last year and this year's Tice?
Yeah, confidence. Like last year, Tice really didn't care when he played. Like he just had that mentality. He would shoot it if he felt like it.
Right.
And then he working with Tice and Tubby, working with Tyler and Tubby, they both roll. So they're telling Tice, oh, you need to have more of a roll bag, where Tice is just a straight pull airmail shooter.
Right.
So throwing the slower bags definitely affects it, and when you don't have your airmail anymore, you lose your confidence in your game.
It's got to be tough because even when you're confident in your airmail, if you look at the statistics over a season, even the best airmailers are shooting around 60%.
Yeah.
But no one ever realizes that. They only remember the ones they hit, and they forget about the 5 that they miss.
That's true, but like when they're hitting above 60%,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
usually in a game that matters. Where they're shooting under 60%, it's usually in like a game they're up big and they're just messing around. So to speak.
I hear you.
Interesting to see what Rawls does here. Oh, he's going for a roll.
Ooh. Yeah.
I don't mind that. Because Alex has a really hard push, because he could push probably about 2 of those bags in the hole.
He does have a really hard push, and one that he's usually pretty darn accurate with.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't see him blow a ton of bags left and right that go way off the board. Now, I say that, and it, probably set him up perfectly well.
Here it
but
comes.
No, I do not think he's pushing this.
No, not now. Not with that double block behind it. I mean, I think this speaks airmail to me.
And it spoke it well.
God,
That was gross.
that was gross, he says. Yeah, I don't know what Tice Cobb's going to do here. I don't know what you do here. Do you just...
You board it, it might fall. You shoot it, you might drag it.
Oh, and that's the...
Oh, it didn't fall. That's good.
It's worst case scenario.
Watch this again. This just airmail is just... Oof,
And
left it.
Yeah.
Just left it.
So good. Now it's 13-0. That's kind of the start they were hoping for.
Yeah.
Especially wearing those chains.
I love the chains.
Yeah, I actually kind of like the chains too.
It's a Cobb signature.
Well,
I'm talking about the Trey and Alex.
but no, both of them. I mean, everybody's wearing a chain on this court.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a
Chained
chain on
up.
the court.
Yeah.
So what is the Lucky Bags chain thing? You have to
Okay,
win on
yeah.
a broadcast court?
So if you win on a broadcast court, like a major event, I guess,
Yeah.
then you will unlock the chain.
Wow.
From-
Okay.
Unlock the chain. I
Yes.
like it. That's kind of cool, though.
That is
So-
kind of cool.
Yeah, actually, Tony made a joke about it. He's like, "Oh, we'll just throw lucky bags if we make the broadcast. So that's why
Get a sweet
we
chain."
The chains."
Tony Smith's throwing contraband wearing a Lucky Bags chain.
Yeah, he would definitely rock it.
Oh, for sure.
See, I don't wear any jewelry, but I would wear the chain.
Yeah, 100%.
Man jewelry's kind of tough.
He's got like 5 rings. He wears a ring on every finger,
He does. I have
Does.
seen
Yeah.
Tony Smith do that, yeah.
and they are not cheap rings.
Ooh.
That is a block. Very sure.
He blocked the entire board.
Yeah, they are in big trouble, obviously. Did I say trouble?
Yeah, you did.
That's not a word.
Trouble?
No, apparently I put a V in there instead of a B.
I didn't even hear it. You could have gotten away with that one, Bernie.
Yeah,
Caught
Called
myself.
yourself out.
Yeah,
Yep.
stuff.
keeping myself honest.
You may only give up 1 here.
Yeah, this is tough. You almost because what
Yeah.
I'm worried about is you go hard up the center and your bag just gets kicked left or right.
Yeah.
Now it may be better to honestly just lay behind and have to see if Alex Rawls can do it or wants to do it.
They seem pretty dialed in. I think Alex wants to shoot it, actually.
I don't know. No, Alex wouldn't shoot it. Alex would probably go with a push, would try to get everything.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't think there's no reason to go airmail, because if you go airmail, if you're Alex Rawls, there's a small, although it's a small chance you only take dices.
That's a good point.
With the board speed, though, it's kind of hard to block perfectly without dropping those.
Oh, that's a
great
good
shot.
bag.
That's a really good shot there by Tice Cobb. This is in for a point, though. And there it is.
Great shot. Thanks for the point.
Take a look at this replay again here.
Anything is possible. There's enough rounds.
It's true. When are we? Round 6,
Yep.
looks like. Scoreboard's working again. Got to fix
You got it?
Don't worry,
Way to
guys.
go, man. Let's go.
Don't worry,
Good
guys.
job, Josh Keck.
You pipe down there, Yimmy Jumans.
Yimmy Jumans.
I'll mute your mic. Where's that button?
No. Don't do it.
Muted.
We have a debate in the chat on what state is currently the best state.
That's always a big debate.
Yeah.
I would probably say your 3 best are Florida,
Yeah.
North Carolina, and
Yep.
Kentucky, probably. Kentucky's got a really good state.
I agree with that.
It's loaded. I think one that may join that in a couple years would be Texas. They're not quite there yet,
But just
there's
sheer numbers.
So many
Yeah.
people playing in Texas right now.
Yep. Now, I would say there was a point where it was Ohio.
Yeah.
That
Yes,
was there.
I agree, but I wouldn't say
They
that anymore.
Definitely fell off.
Yep, I would not say that anymore.
But me personally, I still have to go with North Carolina as the best state,
Really?
followed
It's
by
close.
Kentucky.
Yeah. You don't throw Florida in there?
Florida would be third.
Wow.
Yeah, I just look at the top 10 players and like the top talents in each area is just too good.
I think Virginia. A lot of people say Virginia.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I would have agreed with you 2 years ago,
Yes.
Right.
but I don't think I mean, I don't know if I agree with that anymore.
Like to the right, so I can have a still push if you get stupid. That's fine.
I don't see North Carolina or Florida leaving that discussion anytime soon. I like the Texas call, just sheer numbers.
Like we talked about, iron sharpens iron, and when you have good players, you're playing against good players, you're only going to get better.
Right. So true.
Roll, all right? Yeah, that's fine.
Uh-oh. The commish is in the house.
Yep.
Haven't seen the commish in a couple weeks.
I think he came down from that green lounge. He was drinking Mountain Dew.
Oh my gosh, that
is
was
a good bag.
that was almost outrageous. I still think you need to shoot the airmail though.
You have to. 3-bag drag potential.
Feels like you gotta have it. Cobb going up, and he
Wow.
knocks one in to get a wash. I mean,
Unlucky.
normally you'd say, okay, he'll take the wash, but Birchfield and Rawls they win. I mean,
Yeah.
Birchfield and Rawls win off of washes right now.
Right.
Brevin said Cali, but he couldn't even say it with a straight face. He had a laugh at his
The
own
laughter.
comment.
The laughter emoji.
John Kitchen says South Jersey is the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
All right. So what Trey mentioned Texas, what would be an up and coming state for you?
That's a good question.
Or is there one?
California is up and coming, I would say.
I would say California.
I agree with
California's
that.
a good up and coming state. I'd have to think.
Or is there
Oh,
one?
Yeah, I'd say Michigan too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep,
Michigan.
I like that one. That's a great shot by Trey Birchfield. He just they're not missing much.
It was better that the bag stayed on the board too.
Yes. Ooh, and this could be it. This is essentially in for the win, and you're gonna have to find a way to get in without taking Birchfield's, and it doesn't matter. That's gonna do it. Trey Birchfield and Alex Rawls.
That was emphatic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got
Jinx.
him.
They have been dominant all day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't like losing apparently.
Yeah.
So
They're not good at it.
all right, we got one more game, ladies and gentlemen. One more game. We got to figure out who is going to play Trey Birchfield and Alex Rawls on that 6 p.m. broadcast on CBS Sports Network. We'll find out who that team is coming up right after this. All right, you cornhole addicts, we're here inside Lakeland, Florida. There's a shot of the broadcast court. We're getting closer and closer to game time. We got one more team to find here in our quest for our 2 semifinal games here at Pro Shootout number 6. And next up, we have James Baldwin and Cheyenne Renner going to be taking on Chelsea Hubbard and Berkeley Pair. One team, top 10 team in the country. Another, an interesting matchup of players, but both having success this weekend. Hubbard came up a little bit short, but she had a chance to get into that broadcast. Berkeley Pair we're going to see in singles. But they're going to have to take down, like I said, a top 10 team in the country in Cheyenne Renner and James Baldwin.
Giving up a 3 spot right out of the gate. Yeah, I was about to say, nice run for Chelsea.
Yes, no, it was a great run, and was it Connie she lost to, or is it?
Yes, what wasn't it? Yes,
it was on the right side of the bracket, but either way, she had a pretty good run. She just came up a little bit short on the women's singles side because Yeti played Allison Peters
That's
in that
right.
playing game. But
can we go ahead and talk about Jimmy Humans being a permanent fixture here on the streaming courts?
Yeah, you like Jimmy. The crowd likes Jimmy Humans.
So I actually jumped in a couple broadcasts, just never with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been on pretty frequently.
So you stepped up to the A team? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, yeah, the B team isn't here.
They're going to be super excited I said that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll get fried in the comments.
I get fried in the comments either way.
Yeah, you're taking Stacey Moore's spot. I know he's been just.
Yeah, he's frothing at the bit over there to get on the mic.
He wanted to jump on this mic so
He
bad.
was staring me down for a minute.
Yeah, he's like, that guy. I'm cutting that Jimmy Humans guy.
Yeah.
How can I find him?
Too soon.
It's too soon.
Berkeley Pair roll, maybe? It looks like a roll. Cheyenne saying, I think you should.
I like a hard push.
I mean, I honestly would put it behind him, but that's up to you. I think this one will go. You kind of bumped it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think a hard push, you go 2 for 1 here. And then
You like it?
potentially-
Yep.
And then potentially leave your bag hanging for Berkeley to do nothing
Yeah.
but layup.
I like it. It's a good call. Hard push all the way through.
Yes.
I don't know who get this one to go. Hit this on top.
Block it.
I bump into it. This one might go.
Because if you lay up here, Berkeley has an easy roll for 2.
Good point.
I like how our definitions of easy are so different.
Yeah, very different for me. Yeah.
I mean, mind you, I would not be able to roll this bag like an inch up the board, but Berkeley can. Oh, I think he wants to shoot it.
He does. Wow, that's
I like it.
maybe 40% open.
Oh, no, he rolls it.
Oh, and he just does not get over it. That feels like a win for James Baldwin, to be honest with you.
Has to be.
Wow.
Especially with the lead.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said this. Anytime you can pass it down to Cheyenne Renner, I mean, you got to feel like, I mean, look, Chelsea Hubbard, one of the great up-and-coming female players, but at this current time, you have to feel like if you can send it down to Cheyenne, she's gonna be the one favored. Now, right here, Chelsea Hubbard got an opportunity
Trey with
to
the
shut
jinx.
me up.
Yeah, Trey with the jinx.
Get her 2 points. Take them both for 2. Oh, and she just goes too hard. She did flip it over onto the slick side.
Yeah, she went after it.
And you know what? I don't hate the decision actually to flip it over on the slick side because with those combats, you know, you don't want the same thing to happen. Whenever we were talking about Noah Wood when he was playing, it was like on that last bag, you don't get any help.
Right.
You don't get any help, so you have to be so down the center on that fourth bag with such a sticky bag. I mean, nobody knows that better than Jimmy Humans. I mean, because normally, like if you miss left or right or even short on your first, second, or third bag, you have other bags coming behind you to help you out. That's not the case when you're talking about super sticky bags like these combats.
And the issue with the combats is the fast side is twice as fast as like what a normal fast side. So if the sticky side's playing like a 3, the fast side's still going to play the true 9 or 8 or whatever it is.
Right.
So it's double of the speed of what you're used to.
Yeah.
Where if that was like a slower fast side, she would get both of those no problem.
Yeah.
You just have to really loft it up, which sounds weird because trying to push through bags, you shouldn't loft it, but you do for these.
How about
Expert
that?
level
How about that?
analysis.
That was expert level.
Trust me, I've thrown these before, and I like to blow all the bags off the back when I try to push them.
I like
does
it.
Renner have a lane, or is she immediately going to go up?
Going
Maybe
up.
she's going up.
Ooh,
And
caught
it's
the
deep.
edge.
Yeah,
Chelsea
so
going up. Oh, both players catching the edge.
Jay Rubin says you don't need to flip it, and I agreed with that shot, the last one, where the bag was hanging enough that she could go sticky side and just throw it a little bit harder.
Yeah, and not saying I agree. I don't think you needed to. I understand the logic of doing it. The bag hanging on the hole. I genuinely don't think she flipped it over on the slick side because she felt like she needed to push it that much harder. I think she did it because she didn't want the bag in her hand to hang up on the side of the hole.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, we have a tablet issue.
Uh-oh.
Nope, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
6-1.
6-1. Round 7.
Should be 5-1. 2-1. 1-2 was 2.
Yeah.
Getting it squared away here.
They thought it was 1 point. But
Yeah, but it's 2.
the bag picker-uppers say it is 2 points.
Yes.
They got 2, that's right.
Okay, now we're good to go.
I think we're ready. I think we're back underway.
All that for.
Yep.
I think
Telling you.
originally there was some.
They put
She
it
had
in
the
right.
score right the first time,
Yeah.
and then Berkeley was like, "No, it wasn't that," and then it was, and then it was.
Math always gets in the way. Wow, no hesitation. Massive.
That's why he's James Baldwin.
Yes, sir. By the way, still sneaky Trey's favorite player. He's always loved James Baldwin. Always.
Yeah.
I'm kind of an old
Oh,
school.
such a good
what
bag.
roll.
I can agree with that. I always like James Baldwin.
He
Still-
can't believe he took.
He's flexing for the camera.
He was flexing
yeah.
a little
I mean,
bit.
I would go out there, but I don't want to show him up.
Yeah. Well, got to keep those things under wraps.
Oh, man.
All right, Jimmy, since you're here, I'm going to ask you. I ask Trey this all the time. In a round-limited game, 12 rounds, at what point do you feel like if you're down 6-1, what round do you start to get nervous? Or do you feel fine up until last bag?
So the way I look at it is it's 2 point intervals, right? So if you have to make up 4 points,
Right.
that takes 2 rounds to do it, right? Because a lot of people will throw 10s.
Right.
So you don't need a block.
Okay.
Just hope for a miss, essentially.
Oh my goodness gracious, Cheyenne Renner.
She landed on him and wrote
Yeah,
him in. That was
yeah.
a great shot.
If Cheyenne Renner's doing that,
Yeah.
we got problems.
Yeah.
Look,
Look at this.
I mean,
slick
lands
side.
right on that first bag and rides them all in.
yep.
What a bag.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen Bernie hit that a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, from 3 feet.
That's
Barely.
probably harder.
It might
Oh,
be.
yeah, it is actually probably harder. And right now, 12-1, round number 9. 4 rounds away, and this one's in the books.
Yeah, so this is where you need to block.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need more than 2 points per round, right?
Right.
Round 9. So block is great. Then you either have to airmail or roll. That's the only options.
Right.
You cannot push through because then you're only going to score 2.
But let's say so you're thinking 2-point intervals, and then once you get above 2-point intervals, you have to start chasing a little bit.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
That's correct. So I like an airmail rather than a roll.
Oh, how does that not come back?
Hold on,
Oh,
hold
it's
on,
moving.
hold on, hold on.
No, it was moving.
Okay, now it's good. Good now.
Cheyenne,
I had to make sure. I had to make sure it moved a little bit. I had to pause.
Oh man.
That's
Cheyenne getting mad at us. trying to-
that was so
She gave
unlucky
you
for
the death
Berkeley.
stare.
The death stare.
I thought she was gonna fight you right here.
yeah, she was.
She's still mad I forgot her
I
name.
was gonna say first Bernie forgets her name, and now I'm trying
You
to.
forgot her name?
I'm 52, man. Sometimes the brain just stops working, and I was like, and I'm a pretty big Cheyenne Renner fan.
Woo-hoo,
Great
how
bag
about that
from Chelsea.
roll?
Wow.
That was stupid too. I mean, come on.
Oh, she didn't like it, but it found a way in. Yeah, so we're sitting there, and I start talking about her, and then all of a sudden my mind just went blank. And I knew her last name. I was like, yeah, the Renner girl.
Oh man.
It was bad.
That's rough.
Yeah, that was not good.
All right, so we need 9 points in 2 rounds to make this tied. That is a good way to get there.
Yep.
It doesn't get much better than that.
But James does have that natural cut to his back.
Yep.
It didn't come all the way back.
No, but it's in play, so
Yeah.
airmail will drag it. So he's going to roll. Yep. Good shot. I would assume the same shot out of James.
I actually like that bag.
Now here, it might be best to roll on top or get behind it. Nope, it's not going to do it.
Yep, because now you evened it back up. James Baldwin is pretty much slide in.
Yeah, he's thinking about it though.
I don't think you don't go anywhere near airmail here. See, it's far away.
Looked like
I'll
he was
take
thinking
that.
about it.
Look, it's second to last round. You'll take 2 points. I mean,
I know. I'm just saying.
You'll
Look,
give up. I'd give up 4 points.
I'm with you. It just looked like he was thinking about it for a second.
If Berkeley Pear came up to me and said, "Can I take 4 points this round?" I'd probably hand it to him and say, "Fine, you can have it."
Well, he's not going to get 4.
Yeah.
No, he's going to get 2, which is again completely
Fine.
Yep.
Right.
Look, I'm going to trust Cheyenne Renner not to give up a 7,
All day.
100 days out of 100,
Even against Jimmy Humans.
even against Jimmy Evans.
I would too. And then
I would too.
I'd throw a block right on the ACL guy.
Stevie is his name. Thank you very much.
Stevie. Yep. Roll.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh,
And
and
should
that
be-
is
There it
your
is.
game winner. It's like James Baldwin and Cheyenne Renner going to advance to the CBS Sports Network broadcast where they will take on Trey Birchfield and Alex Rawls. That will be a top 10 team in the world battle.
Yes.
Bernie and Jimmy. All right,
Let's
quick thoughts, right? Jimmy Humans, who wins doubles?
The way Alex and Trey are throwing, there's nobody that's going to come close.
I actually agree with that 100%.
It's already over.
Man,
The jinx
We're all
has
going
been
3 for
thrown.
3, so that's bad news for Trey Birchfield and Alex Rawls.
Yeah.
I'd say no one scores above 5.
Wow.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this live coverage of ACL Pro Shootout number 6. We got 2 broadcasts coming your way. Tonight, 6 p.m., CBS Sports Network. Tomorrow, CBS Main Network, 2 p.m. Eastern. For Jimmy Humans and Bernie Neighbors, this has been Trey Ryder saying so long. We'll see you tonight on CBS Sports Net.